Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry I haven't given you a lot of shooting content. I probably will include a little bit on this gun. This happened to be, and this is just a sneak peek on some changes and to show you guys kind of what we've done to this today. We done it just today and got to fire it with this for the first time. Y'all know me, so it's probably not much of a surprise, but still, I did want to state that this gun has gotten more views than just about any other gun on my channel, and I've really not fired it, probably fired it less than about any of my other 2011s. I can't think of any other 1911 that I've fired less than I fired this thing that I have in my collection. And so we wanted to give it some more love, and I'll just be honest with you guys, the reason why I haven't fired this gun a whole lot is because when I shot it, I love the way it shot, but I slightly preferred the recoil impulse of my 2011s, and I was so used to my 2011s. Now this gun feels very natural for a 2011 shooter. The grip angle, the safety, the way it works. The only real difference would be probably the slide release is a little bit difficult to get used to, but you know, you can work past that. It's not too bad. But for a 2011 shooter, this gun is going to feel very natural in the way that it shoots. And I have to say that I said this even before I've done what I'm fixing to show you. This gun shot softer than about any gun I've ever experienced, and this has not changed since the day I had it. I still say that this is probably one of the softest shooting guns in the hand. Something to do with the grip, the way the slide is made, the way the frame is made. This gun is just very soft. I also want to say that I could show you, but I'm not going to show you today, but the way they do this buffer in the recoil system on this particular gun is excellent, and I think it really does make a big difference. The recoil system in this, the buffer's kind of in the middle of two springs, and I think that might have a lot to do with it. But this gun is just super soft in the hand, and now I think it's even softer. I think it's even flatter. And let's just get to what we're going to show you, okay? So we only ran about probably about 22 rounds through it because it's getting late in the day and I wanted to wrap up a video, and I've been at the gun store watching this get done, so I wasn't able to actually do much shooting, but it ran flawlessly. We got it sighted in. I didn't have a dot on it, so I threw the dot on it. This probably won't stay on it, but I do like the way this dot looks. I just kind of want a bigger dot, but the whole package is beautiful just the way it is. But let's not hold you up any longer. There you go. This is the first one that I've seen on the internet. I'm not saying they're not out there. I know somebody's done this, and I'm talking about the SIG X5 Legion with ports. I've seen a ton of SIG X5s, ton of different models of SIG X5s, but I've never seen an X5 ported. I guess most people are scared to do it because, you know, for a lot of people, this gun would be kind of their dream gun and they probably don't want to mess with it. And it already shoots so soft. But yeah, I found that this gun, compared to my 2011s, it was super soft. Like I said, it shot super soft, but it just had a little more bounce up and down. It would kind of return right to zero, but it would rise up a little bit, I guess because the slide weight maybe had something to do with it, and also the fact that the slide is a little heavier. I don't know what it was, but I noticed it had a little more bounce, and I was used to my 2011s that felt a little bit flatter. I don't know what it was. Something a little different about the way they shot. But now with these ports, oh man, this thing, now it's not only the softest gun, it competes with any of my 2011s as far as how flat it shoots. I've yet to really test that theory, but I did shoot it, I did film it, and man, I'd say it comes pretty close to being just as flat as anything I own. It's kind of a strange feeling how soft it is. I mean, it really is. And the slide, actually, for such a big slide, the slide moves back and forth really fast. It cycles really fast, which people do really like. And I have to say, it feels right. We did reduce the recoil. I left the factory recoil spring alone, but you can use a 1911 recoil spring. I just cut it down for this size because of the way this has a buffer in the middle of the springs. So I cut that main spring down. It's a little bit lighter. It's a 1911 spring. So we probably dropped the recoil spring down at least a couple pounds. I'm not sure, to make sure this thing will run right. It's ejecting perfect. I didn't have no problems with the lock open or the ejection or anything else, and it's shooting super accurate. I was able to zero the dot pretty quickly. I didn't fine tune the zero at 25 like I usually do because this might not live on it, but at 12 yards I was exactly where I wanted to be, shooting great groups. So that's all I wanted to do, just have a little fun with it. And guys, now don't that look beautiful? There you go. I'll kind of let you know that I was going to do something fancier, like cut a bigger window and do an X. But after looking at the dimensions and looking the way this barrel slides on the bottom of this, I got kind of nervous about that. The guy that I got to do this, he also gave me quite a bit better price. He said if you do something like this, I can do it quite a bit cheaper. And, you know, I'm all about performance on a budget. I care more about the cost of performance than I do the cost of aesthetics. Even though, to be honest, after looking at it and thinking about it, didn't want to take too much weight out of the slide, because that's kind of what makes these guns shoot soft. So I looked at these ports and I thought, well, these are kind of these long lines with, you know, rounded off here. So this looking like that would kind of go along with the look of the gun. You know, I was kind of wanting to do something fancier, but I think it's more about performance, especially in a gun like this, than it is about making something look, you know, extremely unique. Like I said, I was going to cut a bigger window and maybe have one port in the middle and two on the outside, making like an X, like an X5 Legion, you know. I thought that would have been kind of cool. I think if you guys want to do that, that'd be great. I'd like to see somebody do that. But I think this is the best way to go performance-wise on this gun. Let me show you kind of, it's similar to what we did on the Prodigy. Now the Prodigy, I did bigger holes for the ports, but did 3. So probably the amount of, say, square millimeters, whatever you want to say, of port space is very similar to the Prodigy's. But if you can see, you know, there is 4 versus 3, but 3 bigger ones, 4 still big ones, but not quite as big as these. But yeah, very similar packages. How would y'all like to see a comparison between these two guns? I think these are great because at the way they set, these are pretty similarly priced. The Prodigy being slightly cheaper, but you know, now these are very similar in the way that they work and look and feel. And so how would you like a comparison between these two? But yeah, guys, sneak peek at one of my most viewed reviews on my channel. And I didn't even do much of a review on it because I hadn't shot it a whole lot. But this one was talked about a whole lot. First one I've seen on the internet, X5 Legion. This particular model. I've seen P226s ported, but this particular model, first one I've seen on YouTube. Maybe you can find one and let me know if you've seen one. God bless. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe. And I'll catch you later and update you on this gun later.